Hello and welcome to my channel, Boo Snakes and More. Today we're going to be talking about Donald Trump. So please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And for more videos like this, also watch my other house channel, A&A Snakes and Stuff. My youngest son's channel, Henny's Toys and Games. Or my oldest son's channel, Little Chris 10. Now let's dive into the video. President-elect Donald Trump on Monday promised massive hikes in tariffs on goods coming from Mexico, Canada, and China, starting on the first day of his administration, a policy that could sharply increase costs for American businesses and consumers. The move, Trump said, will be in retaliation for illegal immigration and crime and drugs coming across the border. On January 20th, as one of my many first executive orders, I would sign all necessary documents to charge Mexico and Canada a 25% tariff on all products coming into the United States and its ridiculous open borders, Trump posted on his Truth Social platform. The tariff will remain in effect until such time as drugs, in particular fentanyl, and our illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country. Trump said America's neighbors can easily solve this long-simmering problem. Similarly, Trump said that China will face higher tariffs on its goods by 10% above any existing tariffs until it prevents the flow of illegal drugs into the United States. I have had many talks with China about the massive amounts of drugs, in particular fentanyl, being sent into the United States, but to no avail, Trump posted on Truth Social. The president-elect claimed in the post that Chinese officials promised him the country would execute drug dealers caught funneling drugs into the United States but never followed through. Responding to Trump's announcement, Chinese embassy spokesperson Liu Gugu said his country has been in communication with the U.S. about counter-narcotics operations and that the idea of China knowingly allowing fentanyl processors to flow into the United States runs completely counter to facts and reality. About the issue of U.S. tariffs on China, China believes that China-U.S. economic and trade cooperation is mutually beneficial in nature. No one will win a trade war or a tariff war, Liu said in a statement to CNN. CNN has reached out to the embassies of Mexico and Canada. Comment: a significant policy change. The punishing tariffs, if enacted, could wreak havoc on America's supply chains and industries reliant on goods from the country's closest trading partners. The measures proposed this evening could hit a number of strategic U.S. industrial sectors hard, at approximately $272 billion a year to tax burdens, raise good prices, lift interest rates, and sap strength in an already valuable household sector, said Carl Schmidemacher, chief market strategist at Corpay Cross-Border Solutions. After the announcement, the Canadian dollar fell 1.2% against the U.S. dollar, and the Mexican peso fell 2% against the U.S. dollar. China's yen, though, controlled by the government, traded higher, above 7.6% in offshore markets. Although investors believe the tariffs could ultimately strengthen the dollar, America's financial markets took a hit too. The extraordinary tariffs could raise costs dramatically for Americans for everyday goods that had previously come over the border without any import taxes. That stunning shift could stymie economic growth, especially if inflation worried consumers, spend less in the face of higher costs. U.S. stock futures, which were higher before Trump's announcement, fell somewhat. Dow futures were down 160 points, or 0.3. NASQ futures were 0.4% lower, and the border S&P 500 was also down 0.4%. U.S. Treasury bond prices fell. What America imports? The United States' top import from Canada is oil, which reached a record 4.3 million barrels per day in July, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. America also imports cars, machinery, and other various commodities, plastics, and wood from Canada, according to the United Nations Comtrade. America gets the majority of its cars and car parts from Mexico, which surpassed China as the top exporter to the U.S. in 2023, according to trade data released by the Commerce Department earlier this year. Mexico is also a major supplier of electronics, machinery, oil, and optical apparatus, and a significant amount of furniture and alcohol comes from the country into the United States. The United States imports a significant amount of electronics from China, in addition to machinery, toys, games, sports equipment, furniture, and plastics. During Trump's first term, CNN reported that he implemented tariffs on about $380 billion worth of goods that applied to thousands of Chinese-made products, including baseball hats, luggage, bicycles, TVs, and sneakers. The Trump tariffs also hit foreign steel, aluminum, washing machines, and solar panels. Many U.S. imports from Canada and Mexico are exempted from tariffs because of the USMCA trade agreement between the three nations that Trump pushed for during his first administration. It's not clear how Trump would plan to implement the proposed tariffs without violating the USMCA. Trump has routinely referenced the passage of the USMCA, which replaced NAFTA, as a political victory and a highlight of his presidency. Trump's tariff plan. Trump campaigned on using tariffs as a credential against foreign countries, as he did in his first administration, to grow domestic manufacturing while increasing tax revenue to pay for large revenue gaps that his proposed tax cut plan would create. Tariffs effectively serve as a tax on goods imported to the United States, although Trump has reportedly said targeted foreign countries pay the tax. They are in fact paid by companies that purchase the imported goods, and those costs are typically passed on to American consumers. Most mainstream economists believe tariffs will be inflationary, and the Peterson Institute for International Economics has estimated Trump's proposed tariffs would cost a typical U.S. household over $2,600 a year. Scott Bessent, Trump's pick for Treasury Secretary, has said the tariffs would not add to inflation, but if they are implemented correctly. Wall Street cheered Bessent's appointment because he is widely expected to roll out tariffs gradually. Although Bessent, if confirmed by the Senate, will be partly responsible for implementing the tariffs, in coordination with the Commerce Secretary and U.S. Trade Representative, Trump, as president, would wield significant power to levy tariffs with the stroke of a pen. He did just that when he was last in the White House, placing large tariffs on goods, primarily from China. The problem with tariffs is that they often result in retaliatory actions by targeted countries, kicking off a trade war, and that's exactly what happened during Trump's first term. That blunted the tariffs' effect on domestic manufacturing because manufacturers' goods became less attractive to overseas buyers. Trump has promised significantly larger tariffs during his second term. Although he continues to discuss many different numbers, he has proposed a tariff upward of 60% on all Chinese goods, as well as an across-the-board tariff of either 10 or 20% on all other imports into the United States. Thank you for watching this video, and peace out till the next one.